Welcome back to Walsall for the preview of Walsall at home to Gillingham. Right then, what can we expect from this one? Well, Gillingham struggling at the minute. Last 6 games, won none, drawn 2, lost 4. Walsall won 2, drawn 1, lost 3. We say they're struggling. If you look at the last 4 games, 2 draws, 2 defeats, it's actually better than Walsall. So who's struggling the most? Walsall obviously sitting in a much better position. Walsall still top, 9 points clear of 4th. Gillingham 19th on 32 points. Scored 25 to our 55 and both conceded 32. So we've got a plus 23 goal difference to their minus 7. So we can see that scoring goals is obviously a problem for them, but the defence, for where they are, is not too bad. John Coleman, the manager, very critical of his team after a 3-0 away defeat against Barrow. No idea, no passion, no desire, no fight. Players don't care. Just hitting the ball long, hopelessly, aimlessly rather. So he said no more days off. So he's going to get them all and try and turn it round that way. Well, previous to the Barrow, they had a home loss to Notts County. And then previous to that, 2 draws, away to Grimsby, 1 apiece, and away to Tranmere, 1 apiece. They'll be happy with another point, I'd have thought. But Walsall need to get back to winning ways. They haven't won since 20th of December. Away win, 1-0, MK Dons. MK Dons, what about it? Just so happens, Walsall's last win was at home to MK Dons, 4-2. So there's a interesting comparison. Can we play MK every week is what they're shouting, I think. Right then, so as far as the players they've got some good players, Gillingham. It's just not working for them. Bradley Dack, when he signed for them, they thought, right, and Gillingham were expected to be competing top 3, but it's just not going well for them at all. Bradley Dack has at times been dropped. He didn't play in the Notts County, or didn't start in the Notts County game. Jack Clark as well. I think Jack Clark. He's not been starting. Jack Nolan. Quite a good signing for him, but he's been sitting on the bench. Romeo Hutton was dropped last game as well. So, interesting. But looking more at Walsall, in fact, final thing on Gillingham, as much as Barrow won 3-0, it took them 60 minutes to get the breakthrough. So maybe this is one that we've got to be patient on. As far as Walsall are concerned, is it time for DJ? Is one of the questions. Had a chat with George Bennett last night, and that brought up some interesting points. Another big game that's happening on Tuesday is Wimbledon Crewe. Now, Crewe were up there competing with us. They've not won in 4 either, and they've dropped down to 8th. So let's be thankful that we've had a bit of a buffer, and we're still doing okay. Port Vale against Notts County on Thursday as well. So all those teams in the playoff hunt and in the promotion hunt all playing each other as well. So they'll be dropping points. But we just need to focus on us and make sure we're getting some wins under the belt. Who should be starting up front for this one? Depending on how it's gone in training with him, I think maybe Jamil Matt and Ethan Wheatley should come back in, give him another start. And then second half, maybe when Jammer's tiring a bit, bring Ellis Harrison and DJ on. So we have, so I think playing Harrison and Jamil Matt together, you're sort of using up using up the energy of both of them, where we need at least one on the pitch, I think. So I think having one for the first half and then one for the second half, or for the last 30, would, I think, be a good way to go. But big decisions for Matt Sadler. He's got lots of options, hasn't he? Could be, if Wheatley is not up for it or not ready for it, might start with Levi or Flash even, and that'd be an interesting one. Right then, so up front, so I think Matt and Wheatley or Matt and Levi is most likely. In midfield, Jamie Jellis struggling for energy levels. Is he still okay to play, or does he need a break? It is his first season in the AFL, so it's a lot of pressure, a lot of energy for somebody who was playing part-time last year. Alfie Chang, is he fit? Is he fit to play? Could be that we start with Jellis and maybe get Alfie Chang on last 30 minutes to sort of save Jellis's legs, as it were. Stirk, he's been sort of struggling for energy as well. Is it time for Comley to get a start, perhaps? Lakin, I'm pretty happy with Lakin at the minute. If he could score every week, it'd be nice. But I don't think that's going to happen. Liam Gordon on the left. On the right, Connor Barrett. That's another player. First season in the EFL. And he's looking a bit tired of late. People have been doubling up on him because of the success he had in the early part of the season. So maybe Adoma should be coming on for him at some point. Or maybe Nathan Asimwe coming on for him at some point. So that's places on the bench for the cover to keep the press and to keep the energy levels up. Because the energy levels in the last 2 or 3 games has really been an issue. We're not sure about Harry Williams. We heard from George, his conversation with Matt Sadler, that patella tendon has been a bit of a concern. My question was, if he wasn't really fit, why was he on the bench and not? Why was he still on the bench? And Rico Brown could have been on the bench. And when Oshie was struggling all game against Anuro Edwards, you got a fresh player that could have come in there and competed. So that's one I think we could have done better with, perhaps. I'd like to see Dave back on the right side. Taylor Allen, of course, is suspended, so Evan Weir is going to get a start on the left. But in the middle, is that going to be Harry? Or maybe Rico Brown? Or Rico Brown might sort of go off to the right side again, perhaps. So, lots of choices. Simkin in goal, of course. So, on the bench, Oshie or Rico Brown on the bench. If Harry starts, that is. Stirk or Comley, whoever starts. Adoma or Asimwe. He certainly doesn't want to be bringing Adoma and playing him up front again. I think that was a mistake. Ellis Harrison and DJ coming off the bench. And then Alfie Chang or Darius Lipsink. Whoever's the fittest and most ready for it. First goal in this game is going to be crucial. It's one we're going to have to be patient with, I think, because they don't concede too many, Gillingham. They are quite good defensively, so we might have to bide our time. But if we can get the first goal with the run they're on, there's obviously going to be a bit of a dip from their point of view, I'd have thought. So get the lead, and we could win this one comfortably. But if we go one behind, then we could have some trouble. It's a must-win, this. I think Walsall will. And I can see a confidence-boosting 3-0. I hope I don't rue that. We also need to win this one. Absolutely need to win this one. Join the pain. We have the joy. We've had a sample of pain. Let's get back to the joy, can we, please? Thank you. Thanks for watching.